Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Beauty Bomb Mom. If you're new, I do makeup tutorials and I share tips and tricks for busy moms like myself. Or if you're just interested in makeup, you've come to the right place. So today's video is going to be a little bit different than my other typical videos. I kind of wanted to talk about mental health, the big elephant in the room sometimes, I guess you could say. I've been struggling a little bit the past few weeks with my mental health and just, feeling ashamed and guilty about it. And the more people I've talked to or friends and family that I've expressed this to, I've come to realize that I'm not alone. Like, a lot of them have been either feeling the same way or have been through similar situations in the past. It's not something you should keep inside and hide. It's something that you should talk to others about. You should deal with it. And when your mental health suffers is when you isolate yourself. So, don't get me wrong. There are those times when it's okay to be by yourself. It's okay to take that time. But when you're finding that it's weeks and weeks and months where you're isolating yourself, that's when situation's gonna get really bad. So yeah, I guess the holidays, for one, is a trigger for some people, whether that be things that they have experienced in their past around the holidays, or just the feelings of general loneliness and kind of everything else is happy around you, but you feel like you're not feeling the same way inside. I just wanted to express to anybody who's feeling that way that you're not alone, and there are tons of resources out there to help you. I by no means am a doctor or a therapist or even a counselor, but I am a friend and I do have an ear to listen. And so, yeah, I just wanted to say thank you to all my friends who've been there for me the past couple weeks. And yeah, I just wanted to open the video with that. And I wanted to test out some eyeshadows today at the same time as we're talking about this kind of heavy topic. So I picked these two up from Winners the other day. These are the e.l.f. What are they called? They're just their smaller pans, super pigment shadows. So there's this one here. It's kind of got all these nice shades, a little bit more shimmery. This one's called Rose Gold Sunset. And then I have this one here. It's a little bit more matte shades. And this one's called Summer Breeze. So yeah, I went to Winners the other day and picked these two up for only $6.99 each. And I'm gonna do an eye look today with these. So let's get started, guys. Now, while I'm opening these, I just wanted to talk a little bit more about mental health, kind of depression, intrusive thoughts, things like that. I love makeup and I love getting ready and dressed up and dolled up and sharing my love of makeup with people. But at the same time, there are days when I don't want to do my makeup. I don't even want to have a shower, to be honest, because you're in that kind of mental mind frame where you either don't have the energy to do so, or you're just kind of down and you need that break. And that's okay, right? That's okay if you need that time to feel that way. And there's nothing wrong with that. So okay, so I got both of them open. I think I'll do the matte one first, the Summer Breeze, and I'm gonna swatch it on my arm to show you guys. Here we go. This is the first shade. It's like a nice kind of light cream color. Second shade, more of like a light cappuccino. The third shade has a bit more yellow in it, still kind of a neutral. The fourth shade has a bit more peach, kind of a peachy color to it. The fifth shade, you're kind of getting more into the brown kind of shades now. The next one has a bit of a orangey tone to it, I guess you could say. Followed by the next one. It's more of a yellowy tinge. Now the next color is really nice. It's like a nice plum color. So I might incorporate this shadow today into my look. The next one is a brown, like a brown matte, and then this one almost looks like a grayish brown. So here we have the first palette. The second palette is got more of the shimmery shade, so I'll go ahead and swatch that one on my other arm. So this is the first shade. It's very light, kind of a little bit of a hint of shimmer, not too much. The second shade is like a cappuccino-y. See, it kind of barely shows up. Okay, anyway. Third shade is a nice kind of dusty pink color, if you can see that. Not too much shimmer in this next shade either. Just a very nice neutral transition shade. The next shade is kind of like a brownish, not quite a rusty color. It's more of like a brownish shade. The next one, they've added a little bit of yellow to it, a little bit more of a goldy hue. The next shade is very like an orangey rusty color, and this one's very beautiful. Followed by the nice red shade. Re-swatch that. That's very nice. The second last shade, it's kind of like another not so shiny one. And then the last shade is like a nice rich brown color. So yeah, here you have all the swatches. So as you can see, there is the shimmers on this side and then all the mattes on this side. But I kind of couldn't decide between these palettes, so that's why I got both. So we're gonna start with the Summer Breeze palette. I'm gonna be using, I definitely wanna use this plum shade. So for my transition shade, I'm just gonna use probably this one here. So I'll take a fluffy brush and go ahead and apply that into my crease. Then I'm gonna take a flatter brush and use this plummy color and put it on my outer lid and then kind of bring it up into my crease a little bit. Sorry for the lighting today, guys. It's kind of an awkward place to shoot my video, but you know what? That's okay. So we're gonna go ahead and do the second eye. It's a very pretty shade, actually. It's hard to find this nice, deep, kind of plummy shade, I find anyways. So now we're gonna take the second palette with all the shimmers. I'm just trying to decide what's gonna look good with the plum. Maybe this kind of red color, I think. Oh yeah, that's pretty. Those two shades kind of remind me of the Wine and Only palette from ColourPop. I think there was a couple shades like that in that palette. So I'm gonna take the brown shade, the very dark brown shade at the end, and just kind of smoke it underneath my lash line. And then this kind of nice light, kind of goldy color, I'll use in the corners of my eyes to brighten that up. And then a little bit under my eyebrows. So that's a nice, simple, easy look you can do. You can also darken up the corners if you want with the dark shade. You can add a little bit more depth by doing kind of a little C shape in the corner of your eye and then kind of blending it out after. So yeah, guys, bringing it back to the mental health topic, I find if I'm not taking time for myself, if I'm letting all the stresses of the day or the week kind of pile up, it tends to get a lot worse for me. So you really need to advocate for yourself. Even if you feel guilty, if you feel like you're not deserving of a break, if you feel like there's no time for a break, you need to make that time. So I'm just going to use my Lash Princess mascara to finish off this eye look. But yeah, if you, like for me, I kind of like buried it down for a few weeks because I felt like I'm a busy mom. I don't have time to really do many things for myself. And you get into that mentality. And so when there are things that happen in the day or in the week and they just start to pile up and you don't have kind of the mental stamina to deal with it, that's when you tend to break down, and it'll take you a few days or a week or even a month to recover sometimes. But just if you find yourself feeling in that mind space, don't be afraid to ask for a break. Don't be afraid to reach out, talk to a friend, go have a tea with a friend, go for a nice long walk, have a shower by yourself for an hour. Just stand there, just take a break, do what it is that you need to do. I mean, and there's nothing wrong getting to that point of desperation, because I mean, like, I'm stubborn, and for some people you really kind of need to hit that rock bottom place in order to ask for help. Or maybe you're just used to not dealing with things for so long that it just becomes like a way of life for you, right? So I just kind of wanted to share my story and what's going on, that if you do kind of bury your feelings and not deal with them, that it will get a lot worse. And yeah, don't be afraid to reach out and ask for help, because there are people that love you and care about you. Even if you're feeling guilty, sad, like a burden sometimes, like you have no purpose, you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. That is our body's way of telling us that we need some help and to slow down. So I hope that helped some of you and resonated with some of you. Yeah, so just remember to love yourself, do things for yourself, take time for yourself. And if things aren't good with yourself, then how can they be good for anyone else around you? So yeah, I just really want to thank you guys for coming to my channel and following along with me on my makeup journey. And thank you so much for tuning in every week. And I hope that everybody has a good rest of the week. Things are looking up for me, and I hope they are looking up for you. And yes, have an awesome day, guys. And don't forget to subscribe and like. Okay, take care. Bye.